This is the Wrestler's Conscience channel, and we are suplexing the truth in these streets. We're suplexing the truth. We're suplexing some analytics in these streets. Yep, because we can't just go off what any other wrestling channel say. We go deep. We analyze hard, okay? We're going to be the best wrestling analytic channel or analyst channel, whatever you want to call it, in the world, baby. Yeah, don't watch the views. Don't watch that. You're gonna see. We're gonna stay independent. Independent, baby. Okay. Cool. So, let's get into it. Cool. Now, Seth Rollins, you can say he's been like a top guy for, over a decade since his, wins, WrestleMania main evented, and Money in the Bank, and the Shield, and his rivalries and stuff like that. Nothing against him, a great wrestler. Last year, I thought he was the ace in the WrestleMania season. He was so giving to his friends, and he was giving back. I saw him he's so selfless. He dropped the title, not him personally, but he dropped the title to Drew McIntyre. He was helping and sacrificing, like, barely could wrestle, and helping, like, Cody Rhodes in the main event of WrestleMania and stuff like that. Very giving. You can see him, trying to get put the rub on Big Bronson Reed. He's going to hopefully wrestle CM Punk and stuff like that. So that's nice. He's got, he's a WWE superstar couple with Becky Lynch. That doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. All that kind of thing. I can't take away his accolades. I am not going to, shit on Seth Rollins. I couldn't do that. I can't be fair and analytical and do that. I understand people, similar to CM Punk, he has a following. I know he has his burn it down, Monday Night Rollins. I understand he's got a very good theme tune to get that cheap pop. I get it. He's like we're in the, I need to do a video about this, the role of the in-betweeners, where he's a babyface, but he's a kind of a heel, but he's in between. He wears his pompous attire, costumes all the time. He stands out. No matter how much he rebrands himself as architect, visionary, mercenary, whatever he says, he soft evolves. But apart from being the guy who kind of helps to assist the other top guy to be great, what are we doing with his character? I feel there's so much to be done. Because he's getting samey. I feel like he's a magician. He pretends like he's evolving, but he's not evolving. It's the same Seth Rollins since like 2016 I'm seeing. And this is what I'm thinking is like, let me tell you something. People give Chris Jericho a lot of stick. But that guy, whatever character he does, he puts 100% and he evolves. A true wrestling character, professional character, Chris Jericho 100% has evolved his character and is fearless with it. And all I feel that Seth Rollins does, he just wears different clothes and does the same kind of nasally like promos. Now I have to understand, if that's what the market wants, the market gets. If that's what you want, to do the sameness, there is no, the fans, that's why I look to the fans, there is no vim for the fans for these stars to change. What is the currency of wrestling? If you're popular. So if you're popular doing the same spiel, and that's what's your gimmick, that's what you're going to get. But eventually, the fans will turn. And they do that. So I'm just trying to sift through with his heel work with Cesaro, Kevin Owens, I'm trying to look at the Shield, his work with Roman, the Tribal Chief. What is Seth Rollins' position in WWE? He is the assist guy. That's all he is. He's going to remind me, of a more elevated Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, got nothing against him. He's amazing, but he was always like, like the fire is, like you have the fire escape thing and you break it, like fire, like yeah, oh yeah, you need the hammer, so you're trapped. Oh, I'm gonna say the tube, but people don't know. You're mostly American who listen to me. You're on the metro, or you're on I don't know, you're on some public transport, and you have like a hammer. You have to like break the glass to get the hammer, so you can get out of whatever, like the train or whatever. That's what Seth Rollins. You use him to get a rub, or someone's injured and you need someone as a top guy. I don't think he's a top guy. I think he's a higher mid-carder. I really do think so. And you just break him out like Dolph Ziggler, like, oh, anytime someone's injured, someone's hurt, you need a quick rub. It's like that. And I feel because there is a gap of stars, there's a gap of people who can draw, who can be in the top. He's going to be like, I'm going to watch this, especially for you. We need to use Seth Rollins more to build more stars. Obviously, I think they tried like Ludwig Kaiser. There needs to be a really good rivalry with Ludwig Kaiser. Just got interrupted there. What about Apollo Crews? I really think Apollo Crews can be a really good high mid-carder. He was IC champion before. I think he could even be world champion. He's got a physique. He looks intimidating. He's just positioned well. Not well. Ludwig Kaiser. Who else? And for the indie people who love him so much, maybe a good feud with Karrion Kross, but I digress. The point is, I think there's no direction. Alright, he's going to do a CM Punk match, but what happened to CM? He had what else? I always feel like Seth Rollins always like the third wheel of wrestling. He just inserts himself into top tier stuff. But what else? You know what I mean? He's super, super talented. But I'm just trying to see in the next kind of year or 5 years. Where do you see Rollins in 5 years' time? Where do you see him? I can see Cody Rhodes, whether you like it, in 5 years' time in wrestling. I see Braun Breaker, but where do I see Seth Rollins? I don't know. It definitely has a Hall of Fame career. I don't know. I really don't know. Let me know what you think about Seth Rollins and his why he's lasted so long, but what else? The Architect. He is definitely a cornerstone of WWE, but I'm not seeing where he is now, and what is his legacy. That's what I'm gonna end in. What do you think is Seth Rollins' legacy? Yeah.